Okay, take number 15, like almost every time. It's Lisa from I Want You to Shine YouTube video station channel. Thanks for joining in today. So it's Christmas Eve where I am, still at my mom's. I know that a lot of folks are not feeling so happy around the holidays. I know it's hard for a lot of people. It could be really bad loneliness that you're feeling. It could be dreams that you thought were going to become realities and your life is looking much different from those dreams that you imagined, and the grief and disappointment that comes with that. I know a lot of people don't get along with their families and they might have to be with their families today anyway. I just think anything is possible in the holidays. I know it's really challenging for a lot of people. When I was in my 30s, I lived in Nashville for a long time, and on Thanksgiving one year, I had just moved back to Nashville. I had been gone, I think, back to Florida, where I'm from. I moved back to Nashville, and it was Thanksgiving. I was living in a house that was being renovated, so it wasn't cozy in the middle of winter, in the beginning of winter. I had made plans with a friend that I was supposed to go do a dinner with that evening, and I didn't connect with the person. I missed the call. There wasn't cell phones at that time, and so the phone that was in the house was unreliable, so I didn't ever connect with that person and was not able to connect with them to go and share Thanksgiving. So later that evening, early that evening, I went outside to the phone booth. That shows you how long ago that was, because who uses a phone booth anymore? There was a phone booth right at the corner where I was living, and I called my family, and they were, my dad, I think my dad answered. I could hear everybody celebrating in the background. I don't even remember who was there, but I wasn't there. And it was really hard. I consider that almost like a nervous breakdown night. I was so sad and lonely, and so many feelings of not being a part of my family celebration. And turns out that I ended up moving back after that short time, a little while later. But it's really hard when, like, I feel like there's all this pressure to be really happy and celebratory during the holidays. And it's not like that for everybody. You might be one of the people that feels really horrible this time of year. So if you are feeling any of those more negative feelings, first of all, know that most of us at one point or another have been through something that was challenging at the holidays. A lot of my life, I have not lived near my family, so I have not been able to be with my family on the holidays. I have my wonderful friends that I spend holidays with, but it's not my family. It's as close to my birth family as I could possibly get, but some people don't have any families. Some people are just all alone in the world. I'm not pretending today that it's easy for a lot of you. So what I do want to ask you to do is to find something today to give you maybe a minute or two of peace. Do some dancing, walk your dog, try to be grateful in the moment for what you have in the moment around you. And I know that this is really asking a lot for a lot of you, and I don't take it for granted that I happen to be feeling really good today and happy to be with my family, because a lot of my holidays have been very, very lonely. Find something to anchor you into whatever you want your life to be. You know, I talked about getting a tattoo, the first video, I think. So I got this new tattoo and it says Grace. So first of all, it hurt like hell. It was about 7 minutes of pure torture. I don't know how people get them all over their bodies, especially on their neck. How does that happen? I want to know. So this tattoo represents this angel being that I've recently met in my, journeys, my meditations. Her name is Grace. So this tattoo anchors me to Grace. And then when I know that I'm connected to Grace, whatever that is for you, God, Spirit, Allah, Jesus, whomever your person is, Buddha, whatever, there are ways to connect to yourself if you're feeling sad or lonely or angry or any of the feelings that feel really uncomfortable. So find an anchor, do whatever. Look at the trees. Trees are a beautiful symbol for me because they represent strength and grounding, and they're all over the place. Even in a city, even in New York City, there are trees around. So find something that you can lift your spirits today, and find one thing that you can be grateful for, even if it's just I have a roof over my head or you have food on the table. Sometimes even the simplest gratitudes can bring you feeling just a little bit better. And if you're a person who is joyously connected to your family and living your dreams, that is awesome. I love when people live their fullest, beautiful, most beautiful lives. I think it's a really inspiring thing to me. And so I'm going to have a special guest next time. I'm going to talk about courage and bravery next time. That's my special surprised guest for you. So today I just want to leave you with wishing you whatever way you celebrate. If it's tonight's the first night of Hanukkah, so we're going to do our menorah candles because I'm half Jewish, and we don't recognize Judaism as a religion, but we recognize it culturally as part of our DNA. My sister and I, our mom converted from Catholicism to Judaism when I was a little girl. Let me just give you this little background story. So my mom was pregnant when she got married in 1957. Shh, don't tell anybody, no. It's never been a secret in our family. So anyway, my parents eloped. My father was Jewish. My mother was French Canadian. They eloped. I can't remember why they eloped, but my father's parents loved my mother so much. They adored her. So they eloped. I was born 7 months later, not premature. Then my mother converted to Judaism when I was about 3 or 4, because I remember the ceremony at my grandparents' house. She had studied with the rabbi and took on, to be her conversion, and she became Jewish, but we never really celebrated in the temple, and I never connected to Judaism that way. I have my own sort of created my own spirituality, but we do like to say, oh, we're part Jewish, so we do that. We also celebrate Christmas. We've always had a Christmas tree. Not anymore, but we did growing up, and I love Christmas. One time I spent Hanukkah with cousins, and it just seems, no offense to the Jewish people, but boy, it wasn't really as fun as Christmas, I have to say. I love Christmas. I listened to Christmas music for probably 2 months. I'm a little addicted for a half Jewish person. So anyway, however you're celebrating the holidays, I did say Christmas earlier, but I must take into consideration not everybody celebrates or recognizes Christmas, so I apologize for that. But so whatever way you are, it's the solstice. Maybe that's how you celebrate. It's New Year's coming up. Maybe that's how you celebrate. That's what you look forward to. Whatever your ritual is around creating, letting go, I hope there's some moments of peace for you. Light some candles. Do whatever your thing is to bring ritual into your life, whatever that looks like for you. Dancing. How beautiful is dancing and moving your body? So, my loves, I love you so much. I thank you so much for watching, and look for my special guest next time, okay? So bless you, whatever you are doing around this holiday season, and just remember that you are loved and you are so